Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video is all about winter skincare tips to keep your skin glowy and healthy and hydrated during this winter season, because winter is here.
Winter is here.
Winter really seems to wreak havoc on almost everybody's skincare routine and skin. I personally deal with combination skin, so I have a very dry kind of around my face, especially my chin and my cheeks get really dry and can get thrown out of balance really easily. And then I have a really oily nose, kind of T-zone situation with congested pores. When my skin gets thrown out of balance, it just looks awful underneath makeup and I just don't look healthy. Healthy skin gives us a healthy glow and we want to maintain that glow year round. So here are my top tips to maintain glowing, hydrated, beautiful skin during the winter time. Tip number one, sleep with a humidifier. I personally travel with a little travel size humidifier, and I also sleep with a humidifier at night. If I feel really dry, like when there were the fires going on here in LA, I had the humidifier going next to my desk as I was working. Finding a travel humidifier has really been a skin saver for me, especially when I travel to colder cities and even when I travel to drier climates in the summertime. You just get a water bottle and you fill it up with your water. You screw it on, you turn it on, and it lasts me all night. It's perfect for travel. It's perfect for if you are at a desk or if you're at work. Personally, if you have the ability to do so, I would purchase one for your bedroom as well as for your office. Air conditioning and heating units in our homes, our offices, and even just at restaurants and shops can really just dry out our skin as well as our bodies. So having a humidifier in the places that we can control can really add that moisture back in. Humidifiers actually help prevent the spread of bacteria as long as you keep it at 60% or less humidity in your environment. You don't want anything higher than 60% humidity because that can actually breed bacteria and mold. Humidifiers also can help prevent snoring. It prevents dry skin, dry eyes, and helps with dry nasal passages. I actually suffer from dry eyes ever since I got LASIK, and having a humidifier on, especially during the winter months, really helps with my dry eyes when I wake up. And the nasal passage, I definitely can feel it if I don't sleep with a humidifier. I'll wake up with dryness all down from my nasal cavity, all down my throat, and it almost feels like I'm about to get a cold or a cough. But if I sleep with a humidifier, it definitely helps with that. Humidifiers can also help eliminate allergy symptoms, and they prevent static. So I recommend a humidifier. It's a really easy fix. I found mine for about $40 on Amazon. I'll link it in the description box, and I'll also try and find my travel one and link it in the description box for you as well. Tip number two, exfoliate. Exfoliation is really important, but we don't want to overdo it, especially when your skin might be irritated or thrown off balance. I get really flaky, and that flaky skin is dead skin. And if I try to layer serums and moisturizers over dead skin, it's not getting in there and it's actually clogging up my pores. So you want your skin to turn over and you want to help it along, especially as you age. So I recommend exfoliating anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week using a enzyme exfoliation, which I like these two. One is from Amore Pacific and the other is the DHC. And these are powder exfoliants that you wet and you build up into almost a lather. It's like a foamy lather, and you just massage it in your skin. And this really helps break up that dead skin cells. It doesn't overly strip your skin, but it does get rid of all of that flakiness and let the fresh skin be able to breathe. It's really like a light, gentle enzyme, chemical, and physical exfoliation. And the one I really like is the Cora one. This is turmeric brightening and exfoliating mask. It's a 2-in-1. I use this maybe once a week during the winter time because it does have a little bit of a physical exfoliation, and you don't want to overdo it on physical exfoliations. And if you want to use a chemical exfoliant, you can use that daily. This I recommend for more oily skin that feels dry, and this is the Gentle Daily Peel from Indie Lee. This is super gentle. It's toxic free. It's very soothing, and it has a way of getting rid of that anything that congests your pores, especially like blackheads, overproduction of sebum. It really helps balance all of that, and these come in convenient little pre-soaked pads. Hydrating and nourishing masks. I like to mask at least once a week. One I currently have been loving is the Dr. Roebuck's hydrating mask. This has red algae, hyaluronic acid, and aloe vera. If you're ultra dry, use it every day. You can't overuse this mask because it is really clean and there's nothing in there that's going to harm your skin. Another one I've really been enjoying is the Eve Lom Radiance Transforming Mask. This one is really thick and goopy, but I throw this on my skin, really thick layer, leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes, and then I just take a warm washcloth and take that off. This will just revive your skin. It smooths out your skin. It gives it a radiance, a hydration, a plumpness that I feel like it's missing in the winter time. Always exfoliate before masking. You don't want to put on a hydrating mask when you've got flakiness. The ingredients can actually like get to the healthy cells versus the dead cells that are just hanging onto your face. When you're masking, when you're cleansing, when you're exfoliating, I recommend avoiding any irritating fragrances. That is typically synthetic fragrances. We don't need synthetic fragrances in our skincare. Unfortunately, when it's labeled, it's all kind of labeled as perfume or fragrance. The thing to look out for is to check with the brand. You can typically contact them, ask them. It's usually listed on the brand webpage what type of fragrances they use. And when you open a jar of skincare, it shouldn't smell like perfume. If it smells fresh and clean, that's fine. It shouldn't be overly heavy. It shouldn't be too strong or in your face. It's not the first thing you should notice. Unfortunately, currently in the beauty industry, especially in the US, it's just not disclosed enough really what that word fragrance means, because you can hide a lot of things in there. But the brands I'm talking about, I haven't had any issues, and they're typically very transparent in terms of the type of fragrances that they do use or what fragrance means in their ingredients list. My next tip is to moisturize and protect. Now that seems very obvious, but I think a lot of the times we're not using the right products. Our skin feels drier, we tend to lather on that thicker cream, richer cream, extra dry skin cream, and a lot of times that can be misleading. You want to look for ingredients and oils that are similar to our natural sebums so that it doesn't clog our pores and that it can actually be absorbed by our skin, and that's going to be jojoba oils and squalane. Squalane is made from an olive oil, so olive oil is also really good, but you want to make sure the quality of the oils are also first pressed. A lot of rich moisturizers will have silicones and petrochemicals, mineral oils in them. The problem with petrochemicals and mineral oils and silicones is that it gives you a false perception of hydration because it makes it feel like it's hydrating and it's really thick and rich, but it actually isn't doing anything. It kind of just sits on top of our skin. So what you want to do is look for shea butters, jojoba oils, olive oils, squalane, and if you really need to, if you're in a really harsh, dry climate with a lot of wind, you might want to use something that has a silicone, that has a petrochemical or mineral oil in the ingredient, but only if it's nourishing your skin first and then sealing the nourishment and the hydration onto your skin. That mineral oil and silicone will kind of act as a barrier against wind burn, chapping, and the harsh, dry climate. I personally try to avoid mineral oils and petrochemicals in all of my skincare. My moisturizers can sometimes have a silicone in it. First steps of my skin are always as clean as possible, away from petrochemicals and silicones, and then with my SPF, my primers, and my makeup, that's where my silicone is. Still try to avoid petrochemicals whenever possible, even in my primers, even in my foundations. That's just because I don't like petrochemicals and mineral oils, but I understand if you're in a very harsh climate and you need that, that's totally fine. Just make sure you are nourishing your skin underneath that, and make sure you're removing it every night because you don't want to sleep with any of that stuff on. Drink a lot of water. I know that sounds really obvious, but when the weather gets colder, we tend to be way more dehydrated because we don't even realize we're thirsty. The rule of thumb for drinking enough water is to drink ½ ounce to an ounce of every pound of your body weight. When I started a keto diet, I had to be very aware of how much water I was drinking, and I almost have to drink more than what is recommended. I'm supposed to drink 3 bottles of these a day, and if I work out, I have to drink extra. I bought this water bottle so that I knew exactly how much water I'm supposed to drink by filling it up daily, and then it also has a straw, so it makes it really easy. Now, once I started drinking this much water, not only did I notice that my overall health was better, but my skin became better. I definitely don't notice as much redness, as much clogged pores, and the flakiness is not as prevalent as normal. When in doubt, drink a lot of water, and you'll be, in the beginning, you'll be like, oh my gosh, how can I drink this much water? I have to pee every 5 minutes. This can't be right. I must be drinking too much. I promise you, give yourself 2 weeks of drinking the right amount of water that your body needs, and everything just like becomes better. So drink water. It takes a lot of effort in the beginning, but drink the water. Eat good fats. It is so important to eat good fats like avocados, macadamia nuts, almonds, olive oils, healthy fatty fishes if you eat fish. Make sure you're getting the right oils and the right nuts in your diet. Flaxseed is also really great. Healthy fats are full of omega fatty acids and nutrition and antioxidants that you need for your skin to have that healthy, radiant glow. I also noticed that when I started a keto diet and started eating a lot more healthy fats, that my skin also became glowier and clearer. While I naturally have an oily T-zone, it's really interesting because I find that the more oils I was eating, the healthier fats I was eating, the more balanced my skin became overall. The areas that were super dry didn't seem to be as dry anymore between the hydration of drinking a lot more water and also just eating more fats. Our bodies need healthy fats. Don't be afraid of healthy fats. Fat is good for you, just not saturated fats and processed fats. So eat your fats. Avoid sugars. I did not realize how much hidden sugar was in our food source and our foods and our recipes until I started keto. Not just for keto, for everybody. You are probably consuming more sugar than you realize you're consuming. It's hidden in our drinks like kombuchas, our coconut waters, our acai bowls. There's just so much hidden sugar. So try to limit your sugar intake, especially when it's coming from processed foods, especially when it's coming from pre-made foods. I was trying to buy turkey meatballs, and they were healthy organic turkey meatballs, but the third ingredient was cane sugar. Just be very, very careful about that. I recommend trying to switch out your sugars with a monk fruit, or I like using Swerve. These are low glycemic index causing sweeteners, so your insulin level won't spike. You want to maintain an even insulin level whenever possible. It's better for your health, it's better for your well-being, it's better for headaches. There's just so many benefits to keeping your insulin levels even. Stevia is also great in terms of replacing it in your coffees, teas, baking, cooking. Even if you want to make something a little sweeter, use monk fruit instead of sugar. And just be careful when you're out eating. Be careful when you're buying pre-made foods. If you're going to eat sugar, you know that you're doing it and not that it's hidden in your diet. Another reason to avoid sugar is that sugar is an inflammatory food. Sugar causes inflammation in the body. Inflammation is not good in our body. We naturally will have some inflammation, but we don't want to add to that. Inflammation is the cause of a lot of skincare problems like rosacea, acne, psoriasis, and eczema. It all comes down to inflammation in your system. So if we can avoid inflammation, you can avoid some of these outbreaks and these flare-ups within your skin. Hot showers and baths. I love scalding hot showers and baths, but if your skin is dry, this will dry out your skin further. Try a silk pillowcase. I have been loving my silk pillowcases, and I really feel like it's helped with my skin. Silk pillowcases help keep the moisture on your skin versus pulling it away from you. Traditional pillowcases, especially ones with synthetic fibers and dyes, can actually suck moisture away from your skin as you're sleeping. But silk pillowcases don't do that. On top of it, it doesn't pull away all of your expensive skincare from your skin. Silk is hypoallergenic naturally, so if you tend to have allergies, it's naturally resistant to mites, and it's naturally antimicrobial. Silk also keeps you cool at night, which helps you sleep better. Even though it's cold outside, you want that comfortable temperature of 67 degrees to have a good night's rest. So you don't want things that keep you really hot at night. So those are all of my winter skincare tips. If there's any skincare tips that you have that I didn't share in this video, definitely share it with us in the comment section so we can all learn from each other. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have haven't joined this amazing community here on YouTube yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I am going to continue Woomas into January because I did skip a couple days in December. I have this adorable Josie Maran skincare set, the Better Together duo with this really gorgeous handbag, and you can get the whipped argan oil face butter and the 100% pure argan oil. So this is going to be great for winter time for those of you guys suffering from dry skin. And then you'll also get the Soul Sisters. This is going to be the trial size of the 100% argan oil as well as the argan oil light. So one winner will win this. All you have to do is share one of your winter must-haves in the comments. Now before you comment, make sure you already filled out that Google form over on my blog, which is linked in the description box at sereinwoo.com. That allows me to contact you and lets me know that you are subscribed to my channel and that you are subscribed to my newsletter. And this way there's no confusion. When I pick a winner, I just email you directly, you reply, and then I send you your prize. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of stories on Instagram, and of course turn on post notifications, turn on that bell, because that hopefully will let you know when I upload a new video, which is currently pretty much almost every day in December through January. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye!
Yesterday there was sun.